Should you buy an apartment building in New York City? Is that a great place to invest? Or are you throwing your money down a hole in which you will never get it back? Wait, I thought they had really high rents. We should be investing there. Or wait, I thought properties were so expensive, nobody could invest there. In this video, I'm going to walk you through if you should invest in NYC or not. All that and more coming up. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and the multifamily CEO system. And my greatest passion is helping people just like you create financial freedom by investing in multifamily real estate. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 reasons I don't believe anybody should invest in New York City. Make sure you listen to every single one of them, because if you miss any of them, you might be tempted to put your money there. The very first reason I don't believe you should be investing in New York City is people are leaving. People are leaving. So much of the entertainment industry has taken a hit in 2020 and 2021 in New York City. People are leaving. People are losing their jobs. The cost of living is so extremely high. It's creating an exodus from New York City. By the way, this is happening in major metropolitan cities throughout the entire country. Chicago, Los Angeles, Boston, Seattle, and many other cities in which people are moving away from because number 1, it's too populated. Number 2, cost of living is extremely high, and they can really move their families to places that are much more spread out, and their dollar can go a whole lot further. As you maybe have heard me say before, we only invest in multifamily real estate in cities in which population is increasing. In NYC, population is decreasing. People are leaving. Don't put your money in a city that people are leaving. The second reason I believe nobody should invest in New York City is that taxes are extremely high. The governor just talked about raising the tax to over 14%, which will make it the highest taxed area in the entire country. And anybody who owns property there is going to have to absorb that tax bracket. And believe me, that is a very, very high tax bracket to absorb when you're owning real estate. Because real estate, although it has major tax benefits, you're going to pay a lot of tax because rents are so high in New York City. You're going to be making a lot of money, but the expenses are going to be so high, you're not going to really feel the weight of that income. With taxes on the rise and population on the decline, this is recipe for disaster if you invest in NYC. Take your money and take it southeast or south part of the country. Do not take it to NYC, or else you'll see some really, really, really weak returns in the future. Now, if you know anybody who's thinking about investing in NYC, please do them a favor and share this video with them. Even people who just want to get into multifamily, make sure you share this video with them so they don't invest in here too, and we can protect them from a loss. The third reason I don't believe you should invest in New York City is the prices of property are extremely overinflated. They're selling you on what properties used to create, but they're not selling you on what they will create in revenue. They're selling you on what they maybe made a year ago or a year and a half ago. They're not selling on what they're going to make in 6, 8, 12, 15 months from now. And we always need to invest on where cities are going, not where they've been. And investing in a city that's on that decline, that's going to be a disaster in the future. The cash-on-cash return, it just doesn't work. When you pay that much for a property in relationship to the kind of rents they're getting, even though those rents are high, you really don't get much cash-on-cash return. And now, with the decline in population, you're going to see that value go down. If you're just new to our channel, I say this all the time. If the numbers don't work, that's not our property. We submit to the numbers. And in New York City right now, I've underwritten hundreds of properties all over the country, thousands of properties. And I can tell you, every time I write a property up in the northeast side of the country, it usually does not work, especially in New York City. New York City is a very difficult place to find a property that's cheap enough to justify buying it for the kind of revenue you're getting. And because people are leaving the state, the value of property is going down. And with the value of property going down, you're going to buy it and lose value right away. And with the value of property going down and people leaving, that means rents are going to go down. So you're going to buy high, and then you're going to have to rent it out lower than what the market used to rent for. So if you buy a property based on what it was doing, and then rents start to go down, not only is the value going down and you can't sell it, and then you try to rent it out, but you have to rent it out for less just to fill the unit, you are going to be in a very, very difficult position to get out of this property and really create a return. And my last reason why you never invest in New York City is because the landlord laws are horrible. They're actually some of the worst in the country. Some tenants can live there for 6 to even 18 months. I've heard of some even 2 years before a landlord could remove them from a building. Now imagine if you invest that much in a property and you don't get income for 2 years. Imagine what that would do to your portfolio, what that does to your numbers, and what that would really do to your real estate business. There are so many good places to invest in the country. New York City, my friends, is not one of them. Now, I may seem like I'm coming across very strong. I want to because I want to protect you from investing in an area that's going to take your money and not provide any back. So be very careful when you pick your market, and make sure when you're signing your next closing documents, you're not signing them from an NYC address. And here's a bonus tip. Also in New York City, there's really strong rent control laws, meaning if a tenant stays in your place, you can only raise the rent so much each year. So if the market rent is $4,000 a month and you start somebody off at $2,200, you can only edge that up, and it controls how fast you can raise that rent. Well, if you can't raise the rent to market rent, you're losing opportunity money, meaning what you should be renting that for, you're losing that every single month you own the property. With the landlord laws as hard as they are against landlords, and with the rent control laws that make it harder to make money in New York City, you're going to find it really hard to find a property that will make you money in the NYC area. The truth is, anytime you go to invest in property or invest in multifamily, you look at the area. You look, is the population growing? You look, are there jobs going there? You look, is it landlord friendly? You look at markets where other multifamily real estate investors are headed. I will tell you this, I have a really good beat on multifamily real estate investors, and I don't know one that's headed to New York City. And I mean not one. I know hundreds of investors that do this full-time for a living. Not one of them is headed to New York City with their capital because it's not a great place to invest. So I want you to make sure you're not one of those either. I have a free gift for you for tuning in today. I want to offer you our free multifamily masterclass. It's a 60-minute training that walks you through how to start investing in multifamily real estate. So make sure you go into the description, you click that link, join the multifamily masterclass, and you'll learn how to start investing in multifamily. And believe me, it won't be in New York City.